A construction worker has been seriously injured at a building site in Auckland this afternoon. The incident happened on the site of a planned hotel and apartment building. This is on the corner of Albert and Wyndham Streets in the city centre, just after 3:30 this afternoon. The worker was contracted to Icon Construction. Dan Ashby is the general manager and joins us now. Good evening to you, Dan.
Good evening, Alex. Thanks for having me on.
Now, can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, look, what appears to have happened is there's what we call in the trade a batter, which is just a stable slope of earth, engineered to be stable on site. Over the heavy rains of the weekend, there was some material that had got loosened and it rolled down to the bottom of that bank, small bank, and one of our subcontract workers went into just with a spade and was working to just clear some of that material from the bottom.
Okay, just stop you there for a second, Dan, because I didn't quite follow it, and I don't know whether our listeners did as well, but we're hearing that some clay has come off the building and fallen. Is that right?
No. A small amount of clay has come off a bank of earth that's about 3 metres or so high.
Right.
And while the worker was clearing that piece of, some clay that had just been dislodged by the rain and rolled down the bank, another piece of clay came down, just rolled down the bank. It just slipped down the bank and it knocked him over and pinned his leg under it. So what then happened was, which is our standard process with something like that, we don't disturb the scene. We make sure that the man is okay, and we wait until we've got paramedics there, just in case there's some kind of injury that we don't detect. That's what happened. The ambulance services came, tended to him, and he was then lifted, cleared from the dirt and lifted out. He's now up at the Auckland Hospital.
And how's he doing? Has he got any serious injuries? Or
Look, we don't have a full report yet. It's probably not appropriate that I comment, but the injuries appear to be very minor. He's definitely got some bruises.
Right.
May have a fracture or something of that nature. But I hasten to say it's still being sorted out.
Okay, I imagine WorkSafe will investigate.
WorkSafe are attending at the moment with our project team, and they're doing the normal things that they would do. Again, part of our standard procedure is obviously to notify them immediately, along with the emergency services, to make sure that we overreact rather than underreacting.
Good on you. Hey, thanks for that. Dan Ashby there. He's the general manager of Icon Construction, just responding to a worker who was injured, a piece of clay falling off an earth embankment. He was winched out, really, and lifted out by a crane, I think, and then taken to the hospital, possibly with a broken leg. We'll see if we can get more on that a bit later on.